Well, here we are at the Dance Academy, and this is our first chance getting to really figure out what makes Sohaila tick. And I'm excited, so let's just get started with it.
Sure.
I was wondering, what got you started in dance? What was the first thing?
You know, I started dancing when I was 12 years old, and my mom got me involved. I remember one day she was leaving to class, and I was sitting at home. I said, "Hey, can I go with you?" She goes, "Sure, why not?" So I went to class with her, and I have no clue how the music got into me, but I just flew away. I had so much fun. And picking up the veil, when I started twirling that, wow, it was great. It was great.
Sounds beautiful.
It was so much fun.
Okay. And now, you're saying it was fun and it made you feel good. Give me a little bit more in depth of what you're really experiencing when you're dancing.
You know, when I'm dancing, I fly away. It's I really can't explain it, and people ask all about this all the time, but I really can't explain it. The music literally just feeds into my body, mind, and soul. And I fly away. I go to another place. I go to the most beautiful place that's within me at that time, and it inspires me to be who I truly am, and that is being a dancer, being an artist, and I just love it. I love it so much, and I keep telling people, and they see how much I love it because I'm always smiling. Yes. Always, everywhere I go, I'm always smiling.
And I think I want some of that.
Okay, come to class. Oh, it's so much fun.
Now, when things get tough for you, I mean, it's wonderful to be able to go to these beautiful places, but when it gets tough and you got to come through, how does dance help you to do that?
You know, we all get depressed. It's just a way of life, unfortunately, and all the turmoil that's going around in life, in everybody's life these days, it's difficult. And to get out of that rut, I come inside my dance studio, I put on some music, and I just let my body take over. It gets inside me. I'm feeling wonderful at that time, and I just let my problems stay out there, and I could just be myself. I know I could do whatever I want in front of these mirrors, in front of just me, and be comfortable with myself. And that's what I'd like to bring out to all women and let them know that, you know, we all get depressed, and you know, you could do anything. Your attitude will make everything change. I want you to wake up in the morning just smiling. This is what I do. I wake up in the morning smiling. I remember when I used to work in Syria, my manager was there, and she happened to be coming over from Syria, or from Greece, and she stayed with me in the hotel room where I was staying at the time. And she said, "You're like an angel," because she wakes up early, and she says, "When I turned to see you, you know, when she got up and everything, I had a smile on my face." And she said, "You just look like an angel." And I'm always smiling, even apparently when I'm sleeping, which is really cool. But I love what I do. I've been dancing for so long, and it's my passion, and it's my purpose.
So that really empowers you. It
sure
seems
does.
to bring out the best of yourself without any other source, just being able to move.
Exactly. Just flowing your body in just different ways that it normally doesn't move.
Yes.
That you don't think it normally moves like this.
Right.
It empowers you as a woman. I mean, you know, God gave us a gift, and that is our bodies. Right. And even though it's sacred to us, but you can bring out your sensuality through your body, mind, and soul. And you can empower yourself to be anything you want. And that is so important for all women to understand that don't be afraid of it, you know, empower it, and embrace it. Know that you have a purpose in this life. And through your body and ancient dance movements and your 5 sacred senses inside you, oh, you could take on the world.
Oh, I love it. Oh my goodness. Now, during the dance, you're talking about how wonderful it feels, and after the dance, then you're empowered and uplifted for the day. And what makes the dance really pull that out of not only yourself, but in your experience, other women who have worked with you?
Well, they come to my class mainly for exercise, but I've asked this question to a lot of my students before, and you get the self-confidence back, you get their self-esteem back, they get so much energy, they feel empowered just as a woman in general as well, but their self-confidence, just everything just skyrockets through the roof. You know, they walk out of this studio just feeling amazed and powerful and beautiful. And that's what I want all women to feel. I want them to come into my class and know that, you know, sometimes I'll teach some intricate movements or some combinations, and they didn't understand actually these moves an hour before, but then they walk out of this room with all these combinations or these different dance techniques, and it's like, wow, look what I did. I mean, they're walking away with a smile on their face, and an hour later knowing more than what they came in. It's so great to see.
So it builds confidence. Yeah. It releases those endorphins that make you feel great.
Definitely. And all natural. It's a natural high. It's so great.
Fabulous. I'm loving it. So they come out and they're empowered and they're ready to attack their day or problems that they might have had when they walked into a class, and they've tapped into their source.
Right, exactly.
You know, they've tapped into their source.
Yeah.
So speaking of that source, how do you get them to become aware of it? Because once you learn something new, you have to be able to bring it back out into the world.
Right.
How do you get them to do that?
Well, and that's very important, because we all have lives, you know, everyday lives, some hectic, some relaxed, but when they walk in, I know that they came from a busy day, and I want them to leave that in behind that door. I want them to come in relaxed, and I let them know that it's okay to be them. I want them to feel free, I want them to feel open. And I literally just tell them, okay, take you to the most beautiful place that you've ever been to, or if you've ever wanted to be at. And what are you listening to? What do you hear? What are the sounds around you? And make it just that beautiful place. It could be hearing a waterfall. It could be in a desert with a beautiful breeze near you, with a palm tree swaying. Whatever it is, I want them to literally grasp that and know that they're going to be free there. They're going to hone in on that feeling of their true purpose and what they want to accomplish right there. And they can through being in this beautiful place. And when they do that, they feel more relaxed, and they could just fly away. They could be them. It's so great to see them opening up. I get so many introverts in class, and within a few sessions, it's like, wow, what happened to you? They come out, and it's like, wow. It's so great seeing them come out of their shell. It's so awesome. But that's what I want. I want them to be able to be in that sacred space just for them. And then it actually takes them out to the real world. They could actually take what they've learned in my class, take it out to the real world, and if something's not going right, okay, breathe, relax, take your place to that beautiful place, and relax. And sway with the sounds that you're hearing, sway with that breeze. And I mean, I even give...
So this really helps them to experience their lives fully.
Definitely.
And while they're experiencing their lives fully, to be able to come from a calm place, a peaceful place, so they're more effective and they can affect change that they need in their lives.
And they feel so empowered, and they don't have to be afraid to do this anywhere either. I mean, all they're doing is swaying with the music. You know, I empower women through dance movement. That's literally the bottom line. And if I could do that for all women, I mean, we have so many women on this planet, you know, that we have to literally plug them into themselves.
Excuse me.
That's okay.
It just excited me.
Is it great though?
I'm amazed that you can do so much.
Yes.
By just, it sounds like you become totally aware of you, so you can be totally you.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it's so fun because in class I give them homework and I said, okay, so the moves that you just learned, I want you to go to the store, if you're waiting in line, the grocery store, the bank, I want you to do these moves. And half of them come to me and said, oh my God, I did it. I got some great looks too. It's so great just to know that you could do this anywhere and don't feel bad about it. You know, your body is your space, and you could do whatever you want with it.
I like it. This is fabulous. Oh. So now once you got them empowered and out there in the world really doing themselves, how do you encourage them to keep going? Because sometimes you'll get a great taste of something or have an experience, and then you kind of lose it along the way. How do you maintain that?
Yeah, well, I do lots of coaching and mentorship as well. A lot of my dancers, they come to me years on end, and some of them get in a rut, but then, and they'll go and they'll come back, which is so great. But I want them to know that they could just keep inspired through what they've learned in my classes. I have coaching programs. I have my Sensual Woman program that's amazing. It's 16 weeks to a beautiful body, mind, and soul through ancient dance movement and your 5 sacred senses. And it empowers all women to be just so fabulous inside themselves, and they can be them and they can be real. And it's so great. It's so great. And then I also have my Nouveau dance fusion class, which empowers women through dance movement. But I take them around the world, literally around the world, with different dance styles and dance genres. And it's so culturally diverse. It's so amazing seeing so many amazing different ethnicities in my classes. It's so great.
Also, it's diverse. They're not going to be, say, stuck doing a rote activity. They'll be able to really have a full package of tools that they can use to empower their lives.
Exactly. And that's what I want for all women. I want them to feel the passion. I want them to feel their purpose in life. And what way to do that is to empower them through dance movement and their senses inside themselves.
So once you've figured out that they are experiencing, maybe they run into a roadblock, some difficulty in their life, or maybe something happens in their family and they've got to deal with that. And the tendency is to kind of give it up and just focus in on this negative thing that may be happening. How do you keep them coming back, diving back into this wonderful pool of tools that you've given them?
Well, I think what happens is they know that they are in a safe environment when they come here, and they could just be them, and they could walk in this room thinking, you know what, I could leave my problems behind me and just come for me. And that's what they do. They look at themselves in the mirrors here and they fly away, and they are seeing so many different changes from within themselves just in that 1 hour or how long they're here. And it really makes them feel more empowered, and they walk out of this room feeling, oh God, I feel great, I could go to sleep, I could wake up in the morning feeling great.
So this is kind of their medicine, their own medicine cabinet, and they can dip in anytime they want, whether it is here in the studio or in life situations. So that keeps them up and really flying. Well, Sohaila, what keeps you up?
My dance keeps me up. Oh my goodness. When I feel down, I'll put on my music. I'll put on some Arabic music, and I just fly away. I will sit in front of these mirrors or stand in front of these mirrors and start moving, and that empowers me. I just really get into myself when I'm dancing.
Okay.
I feel inspired again.
Mhm.
I feel like I could take on the world. I feel
Yeah.
empowered
Okay.
just by moving. And then I also try new movements too at the
Oh,
same time.
there you
So
go.
that's great to do. Yeah, and sometimes I'll bring out some choreographies after that. It's like, wow, that
Yeah.
looks great. Let's do that some more.
Right.
So it literally puts my troubles or my problems that I'm having in my head away for that time being. And I know I have to actually, take them on sooner or
Right.
later, but this literally helps me adapt even better.
Mhm.
I feel a little bit more comfortable after that. I feel like I could take on those problems
Right.
head on, and I do that. And this too shall pass.
That's right.
That's really what it is, and it does.
Wonderful.
But if you have the right attitude in life,
Mhm.
if you have the right attitude in just anything, you could do so much.
Okay.
You could do so much for
And
yourself.
the movement itself actually inspires the support to do that.
Yes, I mean,
To do
just
that.
dance is filled with creativity, and
Yeah.
if you could inspire yourself to be creative just in dance movement, can you imagine what you could do in life, in your life, to be so creative,
Yeah.
to change things that
Right.
they're not doing so well or not doing quite well, but
Mhm.
you could change it into a way, in a creative way that, hey, it's going to make sense for you.
Right. Gets those juices flowing.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Well, we pretty much covered the questions I had for you, and I can see droves of women coming off to the sacred temple
Mhm.
and doing their devotions,
Right,
the dance,
right, right.
and receiving the blessings and benefits
Right.
that take them throughout their life
Mhm.
on a daily basis.
Right.
Keeps them growing and becoming better people all the time.
Right. And they can take their challenges, just everyday life, and through their mind experiences and through their dance movement experiences.
Right.
Again, they could take on the world and they could be empowered as women. You
Mhm.
could be a single mother. You could
Yes.
be a married mom. You could be newlywed. You could be that CEO of a big company, surrounded by men. Don't forget, we're all women. And even though, you have different things going on in your life, every woman could be empowered and bring out their sacred sensuality and their femininity back through
Yes.
these movements and through their 5 sacred senses inside them. So every woman could do this, no matter what. And like I said, single women, the CEOs are very important too, because they get into that realm where they have to be those strong macho
Right.
men,
Yeah.
because they're surrounded by the men. But don't forget, you're a woman, and you could bring out that passion, you could bring out that femininity,
Yeah.
and still be the CEO of that company too.
That's right.
So that's so great. I mean, I own my own company, and I bring out my sensuality and my femininity all the time. And that's why I think my dancers and my clients come to me, is because I am so sensual and so elegant and very inspirational in class too. I'm
I've
always
seen this,
walking in with a smile on my face, so energetic, so empowered, and
Right.
they love that. It's so great seeing a student or a client come to me and thanking me for their class or their session.
Right.
I mean, that's how I grow as well as a leader.
Right.
It just inspires me yet again to keep going and knowing that this is my true calling to help all women out here. I need to
Right.
plug them in. I want to plug them in to know that
Okay.
there's more out there. And a lot of women are calling me that they're not around here either, that they still want to take my classes. And the
Yes.
good thing about it, I have online classes, which is so great.
Oh,
You could take my
wonderful.
programs online. I have my Nuvo classes online. I have my belly dance classes online. I have
Excellent.
my 16-week Essential Woman program online. It's great. It's so great. So I can help every woman out there around the world.
Oh, this is great. Okay, sign me up. Sign me up.
Great.
All right. Excellent.
Well, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's been
Yes.
such a pleasure letting people know about what I do in this world. And again, I'm just so passionate and thankful for all my dancers and my clients and my students coming to me, and I want this for you. I want you to be empowered, and you can. And so I'll see you in class very soon, I hope. Not I hope, I will, right?
Yes.
Thank
We'll
you
be
so
there.
much.